Hi, my name's Jason Guss of the Rick Smith Golf Academy at Treetops Resort in Gaylord, Michigan. We're here to talk a little bit about putting. You know, a couple questions I get asked a lot is, why is putting so difficult? And why is it so important? Well, to answer the first question, why is putting so difficult? Because it's the one shot where we have to use the same club to vary our distances, unlike a 7-iron and moving to a 6-iron. Why is it so important? Because this is the one club in the bag that we use the most in a given round of golf. So to answer a question, how do I become a great putter? It starts with good setup and then a good stroke. Let's talk about the setup for a second. The first thing in the setup that we talk about is the grip. Now, no matter what grip you decide to use, let's just make sure it's in the fingertips, because that's where we get our greatest sense of feel. The next part of the setup, the alignment. How do we align ourselves? You can see here I've got a target rod down on my target line. I've got a line on my golf ball to help aim my face. And then as I take my setup, I just want to make sure my feet, knees, hips, and shoulders are all parallel to that target line. That's going to afford me the best opportunity to make a good backswing and through swing. The third part of your setup would be your posture. How do we stand? And just like in full swing, I want to see the hips pushed out and up, the upper body tilted down so our arms can hang right below our shoulders. That's also gonna give our arms enough space to swing back and through. The next thing in setup would be ball position. Where do we want our ball position? And I would say it's dictated on where your weight is in your setup. If you're someone who likes the weight more forward, you're gonna have your ball a little more forward in your stance or just in front of your sternum. If you're someone who likes the weight a little more on your back foot, the ball might be a little more back, but also just opposite the sternum as well. And then the last thing would be, where's the position of your hands? Well, the position of your hands is going to be slightly in front of the golf ball. And that's going to give us the best opportunity to keep our left wrist flat as we make our stroke. Now, let's talk a little bit about the swing. And there's three things I like to talk about in the putting swing or stroke: distance control, direction, and rhythm and pace. When we talk about distance, we're talking about three things. Number one, centerness of contact. How often do we hit the center of the face? Number two, the length of the overall stroke. How long is my backswing and my through swing? And the last thing is the pace of that stroke. How fast or how slow is the stroke going? If you can combine all three of those things, that's going to give you your best chance for distance control. The second thing in your stroke would be the direction. What are the two things that affect direction? Well, the first one would be how the face is lined up at address, and also how's it arriving at impact. Is the face arriving a little open, or is it arriving a little closed? The second direction control would be the path of the putter. Is the path going a little too much to the outside? Is it going a little bit too much to the inside? What is the appropriate path? I know there's a lot of great putters who go straight back and straight through, and a lot that go a little inside to around. Either one is fine, as long as you're not the extreme of either of too inside or too outside in. And then the last thing would be rhythm and pace. And to answer your question, how do you get good rhythm and pace? It would be to go to the picture of the pendulum. And when you look at a pendulum, what is it doing? It has equal length backswing, equal length through swing, at the same rhythm on the downswing and through swing. And also when you look at this, if someone were to ask me, is this putter accelerating? And I would say definitely. As it gets to the top of the stroke, it stops and then it accelerates down through the golf ball. So when you talk about acceleration in the putting stroke, there's a big difference between forced acceleration and natural acceleration. If you can get your good setup, get your face aimed, get your path going in the right way, and make a good rhythmical backswing and through swing, you have the best chance to be a great putter.